Hello, welcome back to another episode of Datblock Survival. We're gonna jump right into things today, but first, there's somebody you need to meet. It's a wild gene in her natural habitat. Today, we are going to be doing a little project that I've been thinking of doing for a while. If we come over here, we can see in our ender chest, it's kind of a mess. I mean, we've got fishing poles, we've got a hoe, we've got quests, we've got keys, we got a whole bunch of crap in here that we don't really need. We've got all these shulkers just kind of floating around, a bunch of random stuff in them. And I thought, it's time to be a little bit more organized. And so in order to kind of get that ready, I was thinking what would be a good idea? What would I do to make this a little bit easier, to make my life a little bit easier? And I was thinking, well, we use these shulker boxes all the time when we're building, especially when we were building this farm down here. I mean, I had maybe 7 or 8 shulker boxes down there at a time, and I had to keep running up here for supplies so I could finish these farms. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be easier if I just had somewhere that I could put the shulker boxes in and have them fill up, and then when they're done being filled up, I can just pop them in an ender chest. So all we'd have to do is just pop down, or have an ender chest sitting there already, open it up, take out the shulker boxes that we'll need. When we're done, we just silk touch it, get it back, and we're ready to start our project. This should be a great time saver, assuming that I can keep stock on all the materials in the stock chests. But the problem is with this server, there's a plugin to block certain redstone, like clocks and tickers and stuff like that. What we're going to have to design here is going to be something that doesn't use much redstone, if any at all. And, I was kind of thinking about it, and I thought, what if we just had a couple hoppers pointing down, and we just come in here and we just point a shulker at each one. And I don't know how many we're going to have. It's going to depend on how many storage chests we can use for each shulker. But leading into that one hopper, there's going to be 4 hoppers leading into it, each with a double chest of materials in it that'll feed into the one hopper and eventually into our shulker boxes. And we're also going to color code these shulker boxes so we know what's inside them. So like the redstone will be a red box or a red shulker. So the only thing left really to do is kind of figure out what kind of design we want to go with. And I kind of trapped myself in here because all this stuff out here is kind of more natural, wood heavy, a little bit of stone. And then I came in here with these futuristic lights and the concrete and the auto farms down there. And so I thought, well, the inside we can do concrete, like pillars and some sea lanterns and stuff. And then for the outside, we'll kind of keep the same design. So that way, when you're running around this place, you won't really know what's in there until you go in and then you see the whole building with the shulkers and everything. So I'm going to get started on that. We have some supplies in here right now, but as you can see, we're kind of running a little bit low on the concrete that we're going to be needing. So I need to go buy some supplies, make sure that we have everything that we're going to need for this project, and then I'll bring you right back. Alright, we're back. I've gathered a couple of materials, mainly some concrete, because I think that's what most of the interior is going to be. But I also got some hoppers and some chests. This definitely is not going to be enough, but it's going to have to do for now. And now comes the hard part, is actually figuring out how we're going to build this. And we're kind of cramped on space because we have this stair going up to the farms, the animal farms down here. And I don't know how much space this is going to take, the redstone, I mean. And we're kind of cramped in here too because we got this path. We could push this back by maybe 1 or 2 more blocks. In fact, that's probably what I might do. But then we also have this, which if I can find my way, this is right underneath our pumpkin farm. We have our lever for the water release over there. And I mean, that can easily be moved if we need to dig into some space. But the problem is when people come visit the player warp, I'd like them to be able to see that the farms are right there. It's easy to get to if they need food or whatever. I don't want to have them come all the way around to this one just to see the animals. I think that's something we'll just have to kind of deal with. And hopefully people can get used to the adjustment. Maybe rely on the map a little bit more for where the animal farms are. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot to show you guys. You probably saw it on the map right here. This is new. This is a little project that I've been doing off camera. It's not done yet, but it's just enough so I can do some obsidian quests. We have this nether wart farm here, and it also has the same water release function as the crop farms over there do. I'm not going to pull it right now because I might need this in the future, so I'm going to leave it for now so I can harvest. But as you can see, it's very bare bones on the outside. We don't have really anything done. And if you come up here, I have plans for the future to do a smeltery room up on like the second story here and make it accessible from this path. Because right now this path doesn't really do much. And so I was thinking, well, why don't we give it a function? And we'll probably do the same thing along the back side of this as long as we expand our claim. But this is done, and as you may have seen, Jean, our little friend over there, she built this panda exhibit for us. Jeeb was here. That's her nickname, Jeeb. And we got a couple pandas, Baby Poe, and we got Chalky Chip Squirrel and Oreo. And there's actually something really cool that you can do with pandas. If you throw down a cake, maybe we'll have Baby Poe do it because he's so cute. They actually eat the cake. I had no idea that pandas could eat cake. I thought they only ate bamboo. But look at him, he's eating the cake. And he finished it already, wow. He must have been hungry. I haven't fed them cake in a couple days, so that's probably why. Anyways, I just wanted to show that nether wart farm and the panda exhibit that our good friend Jean built for us. And I think it's about time we get started on trying to design this shulker loading station building. So first thing I want to do is I want to figure out where the center is. And already I don't have enough blocks, so I guess we'll just use stone. Just kind of count this out and figure out if we're dealing with an even or odd number. I think it's an odd. Oh boy, it's an even. So we'll do a temporary block here, the hopper there. Yeah, and then that way when we have shulkers, hygiene, when we have a shulker that we want to load up, we just come in here, go like that, and we can access it if we want to, and we can fill the items in up there. So the next part of this is how we're going to load this hopper. And basically there's 3 ways we can do it. We can do it in there, there, and there. Now off of each of these there's going to be a double chest, so actually this design might be a little bit flawed having it every other block, so maybe we'll do every 2 blocks. But for demonstration purposes we'll have it like this for now. And I guess we can, let me see, we might be able to run all the chests the same direction and then have them, we might be able to still do every other block. But basically that's how it's going to work. We're going to have 4 double chests of items where we can fill things up. And if we wanted to, maybe we could do another, but I think that'll kind of cramp the space a little too much, and I don't think that'll look good. So we'll keep it to just 4. I'm just gonna kind of work on the design here a little bit and figure out the spacing of how often we can have these shulkers. Ideally, I'd like to have 27 of them, just so we have 1 shulker per slot in the ender chest, but I'm not entirely sure. So let me figure that all out, and then I'll bring you right back in. All right, we're back. I've done a little bit of organizing, trying to figure out where we're gonna put these things. Oh, these are actually in the wrong spot. It's gotta be back 1 more block. We're lagging a little bit today. Ping's not doing too hot. It's gotta go there. Okay, so I have these spaced out. I just figured out that the design with the hoppers, the shulker, and the chests are 3 blocks wide. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and then the next one will start 1, 2, 3, and that actually works out pretty well. We'll meet right up at the end of the pillars, right here. And I need to figure out what to do here. I know we'll definitely have an ender chest in here somewhere. Definitely not, I don't want anything on the floor though, just because I like this open glass feeling. And we gotta, again, we gotta move that lever, and we gotta move this entrance somehow to the farms, because our build's gonna be blocking this completely once we get the exterior all done. So this is gonna be a little bit tricky. But basically I'm just gonna go off camera. I'm gonna build up the modules for each of these sections. I'm not gonna color code the shulkers yet, because I'm not entirely sure what I want to keep in my ender chest. But as you can see, we have 4 sections on each side, which means we have 16 shulker boxes that we can use to fill, which actually works out more than okay, just because I like to keep some random stuff in here. As you can see, I mean, I like to keep these chest keys and the quest scrolls kind of out in the open. And I don't need these anymore. I don't know why I still even have these. I don't need this anymore. That was back before I even used night vision. Before I had VIP, actually. So I can get rid of these. A random gas tier, I don't even know why that's in here. But basically we'll have enough slots for all the items we need, and I like to keep some extra slots for stuff that I'm going to be doing giveaways for, because we don't have anything posted here yet right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I have to get some items that I want to give away, but I'm going to build up the rest of the modules, and I will bring you right back when we have those done, so we can start working on a design for the interior and figuring out what we're going to do with all these parts that we got to knock out, with that wall, and relocating that entrance. And since we won't have that entrance here, actually, we'll be able to move some of this stuff and have a little bit more room. Alright, we got all the modules in. This took a lot of resources. I think we went through maybe 2, maybe even 2.5 stacks of chests, and about a stack or stack and a half of hoppers. So I hope that this pays off and that I actually use it a lot. Over here, I've kind of been playing with some designs. As I said, I'm probably going to get rid of the lights down here, and I'm thinking about maybe doing like a wraparound kind of dealio instead of the glass on this layer of glass right here. Just because this looks like it's floating, and I don't really like that. I kind of like having this concrete there to kind of make it feel a little bit more supported, and maybe we'll add some quartz slabs along the bottom to help trim it off. But basically, let me just clear this out. We have these modules, and you'll come in here. You could even do it from here, and you grab your items, and then when you're done, you just grab the shulker, and you can go on your way. And then when you come back, you just wait for it here. And once you leave 1 block in there, in the shulker box at a time when you're done using it, it should fill up automatically. And I'm really, really hoping this works. Otherwise, I just spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to get this working. Hygiene. So I think I'm just going to work on the design for this a little bit. We've got sea lanterns going in the backs, or kind of the side, I guess. We have sea lanterns going in the sides, and then we're just wrapping this concrete around. And as I said, we'll be removing this ring of glass on this layer all the way around, so that way it'll look a little bit more supported. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do for these modules here on each of the 4 sides. Well, 3 sides. This is the center, the entrance where people will be coming in. And so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on that side, and that side. But I'm just gonna work on filling this in. It's pretty easy design, and I really like using these sea lanterns. If you can't tell, they really brighten things up. Oh, that doesn't go there. And I think they look pretty cool. So just bring this around and break that, fill that in for now. Again, we'll figure out what to do there. And corners are always a little bit weird. I believe we did this, and then just a pillar straight up here. Is that what we did? Yep, that's what we did. And I'll break the glass later. I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now. And there, and we'll bring that across. Okay, guys. I wasn't very happy with the old design. I don't think it looked really good. It was kind of dark, and it just looked very plain. So I kind of decided to renovate a little bit, and well, let's take a look. Keep in mind, it's not fully done, not fully designed yet. I think these iron doors are kind of temporary. I don't like having these levers on the wall. They just kind of ruin the design. And I'm not sure how I feel about having this dip down 1 block. I'll have to play with it. I kind of do like it though, because I feel like it looked really plain if I just had it going straight. But I guess that's kind of what we're going for if it's more of a modern sort of feel, or futuristic, or whatever you want to call it. But basically we'll have these hatches, we'll have ladders going right up here. I wonder, can you place ladders on hoppers? Oh, you can't. Oh, but that's okay, this is okay. We can put the ladders here. So that way we can get up. It worked out with this trim that we have a walking space here. But we just need to figure out kind of what we're doing with the exterior, but also with the roof or the ceiling in here. There's definitely going to be a space between the ceiling and the actual roof of this building, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for that. And I know I said I was gonna go off camera and organize all these, but honestly, I'm feeling a little bit too lazy. I don't know if you can hear it, my voice, but I'm actually getting a little bit sick right now, and not really feeling 100%. So I didn't get that done. I decided to focus on building and just kind of making it look good before I figured out kind of the technical stuff, because I don't know if I showed you, this worked. All of the chests are empty. If we come up here, we can test out our new pathway. The chests are all empty, and the hoppers are all empty as well, and all of the items came right into here, so it works perfectly. I just need to take some time, think about what I want to have in all the other shulkers. There's 16 total, so we have 15 more to figure out, and it's okay if we don't have all of them done yet. It'll take time. As we get more items, we'll kind of figure out what else we really use for all our projects. I know I want at least a redstone, and then a spruce wood box, because I use spruce wood all the time, and maybe some leaves. I'm not really sure what else. I'll have to kind of figure that out, and we're definitely going to renovate this. It's feeling a little cramped, and once we get the exterior done, this building will be coming out to here, if not even 1 more block over. So I don't really want to mess with it too much, because I need to figure out where I'm putting all the rest of the stuff. Kind of cramped in this area, and if we go ahead, we can update the map. It's very tight. I mean, we have all these buildings just kind of boxing us in. What we could do is we have these areas kind of right next to the storage room where we could remove this wall, at least this stretch of it, and there as well, and just kind of push this back and move this, rotate it, and push it back that way. I think I might just put a couple, like maybe an ender chest and a crafting table. I might spam those around a couple random places around here so that way if anybody needs it, it's there, or if I need it, whatever. And then so once we move this stuff back there, we can move this path basically to be like maybe right here, so that way this building's not going to feel too cramped on that path. And then this path will be gone. I don't know what I'm doing with the farm entrances. We have this entrance here. I don't really want to do signs because that just feels so, I don't know, basic. I don't know. I really want something more formal, like the banners on all our buildings, like the villagers, the shops, and like the one we have at the farm over there, but that entrance isn't going to be accessible anymore once this building is done. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to talk with Beehider when he gets on. Maybe we can move our house, because right now it's taking up quite a bit of space, and I don't feel like we use it that much. I mean, we use it for our scheduling, and then we have this upstairs area which barely gets used, so I'm wondering if maybe we can move it somewhere else. I'm wondering where that would be. I don't know. We'll think about it. It's not something that's a big deal right now. This renovating stuff I'll have to do once I figure out what to do for the exterior. And in order to do the exterior, I need to figure out what I'm doing for the ceiling in here. And I need to think on this design for a couple days to see if I like it with the concrete. These lights aren't bothering me too much now that we have this sort of lip going around. But I think I will eventually change it out. Maybe do a random pattern, make it look different. I don't know. People keep buying this up, and so I never really get a chance to... Oh, you know what? Ooh, I might have just spotted a problem with this. Can we access that? Yep. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So we're getting... That's why we're not getting any sugarcane. It's all despawning. Well, that's a problem. We got that one. Okay, we have sugarcane in there. Let's see if we can work on filling that up. I might have to do fillers, like I'll rename some of these sugarcane as fillers, so that way only sugarcane will go in. I did not think about this when I was designing this. Yeah, that's a problem. That would explain why I'm not getting all the sugarcane I want. It's despawning before I even get a chance to grab it out. That's a shame. And we got some in there. I'll work on this off camera. Not really something that I think I need to go over with you guys, but if you ever want me to show you what I did, just let me know in the comments and I can go over it. And I think this is where we will say goodbye.